What's going on, everybody? TGVapes here. Today, man, we've got two products I'm gonna review at the same time. The one I have been waiting for months. This other one I had no idea about until the other day, and from the look of it, I don't think many other people did either. And a friend of mine, AR, said, hey, I'm gonna send you one of these. You know, what color do you want? I said carbon rusty. Do you know what I'm talking about? If not, it is the new Dovpo Top Gear DNA250C. So, the reason I wanted the carbon rusty is because I do have the carbon rusty Dovpo topside dual carbon. The Dovpo Top Gear DNA250C is gonna have the same carbon rusty side. So, not only does this have a DNA250C chipset in it, it also has a knob that's on like the top side models, and I'm really not 100% sure yet because I tried to look and see if there was any like information, but I think it allows you to change the wattage or menu items on the chip without having to use the 3 DNA250C buttons. So I'm stoked. You know, it's covered by carbon fiber, all CNC machined, dual 18650, up to 200 watts. I did watch the video of how this is made, and it was pretty neat. You can catch that on the Dovpo's YouTube channel. So the other new product that I'm gonna be trying out on top of this Top Gear is the Wotofo nexMESH Pro Tank. So about the tank, I am so stoked. You know, I love nexMESH, not so much with what they do with Smock, but with Wotofo. I love the nexMESH tank. If you follow and you watch my videos, you know I love the Profile 1.5 and the Profile RDTA. I'm a Clapton mesh lover, and not the type of Clapton mesh that was in like the TGVapes intake, some uptake, but the kind that, you know, was showcased with the Profile RDTA. And I was sent a couple boxes of coils, and I actually checked it out, and I'll show you when we go down and start opening them up. But it looks like the Clapton mesh coil that I'm using on my 1.5s. So I'm really stoked about this. I'm hoping that it's gonna, you know, give the same type of flavor. And then I also have a package of the single M and parallel coil. So this is, from my understanding, this is going to be a 0.15 ohm, 65 to 80 watt, and you have a single mesh coil sitting next to a parallel wire coil. So without further ado, let's get down, let's try this out. I wanted a juice that I'm familiar with, that I haven't been burnt out on, that I've loved out of the Clapton mesh, out of the 1.5 and the RDTA. It is the Vinyl and Vapor Deep Cuts Psycho Crawler. It's a soft dough smothered in caramel and then placed in the oven. Perfect for your morning coffee. So let's get these bad boys opened up, get some batteries in them, get some juice in this tank, and we'll be back up for TG's thoughts. Alright, so here we have the Dovpo Top Gear DNA250C. See there, the Dovpo Top Gear, covered by carbon fiber, all CNC machined, dual 18650 battery, up to 200 watts, carbon rusty, evolved DNA250C. Here you'll have the Dovpo Facebook, Dovpo official Instagram, Dovpo official YouTube. On the side just says Top Gear. On the back here you'll have the package contents, which is going to be one Top Gear, one micro USB cable, one user manual, one battery usage warning card. Alright, so let's get this bad boy open. Alright, you're going to see your quality control certificate, battery indicator, find us on social media, Dovpo Technology, the user manual. Wow, that is nice. So there you see the serial. This is number 51, Dovpo Top Gear. Wow, that's beautiful. On the side here, you'll see, try to get this to get clear. Well, right here it's going to say, it says DNA. Here it says carbon. Wow, that carbon rusty is beautiful. Okay, there you can see it. It's focusing it in there. The front, you see the Dovpo skull right there on the fire button. Alright, let's put some batteries in here. Alright, so it looks like they used just the original Evolve setup for the theme there. Alright, and I'm not going to walk you through the DNA chip or anything like that. I'm sure everybody, if you're watching this, you probably know how to use the DNA chip. So, let's... Okay, so if you see me, you push in this top button, okay, and that's gonna work. So when you're blue, okay, the same as if you're going up and down, you would just turn the knob. All right, and then to select something, you just push down on the knob, just like that. Wow, that is innovative. I'm 100% sure that that this has never been done before. I mean, unless there's some product out there that I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen that. So that is amazing. It's nice to see, you know, them be able to do, here's the micro USB cable that comes in the box. So, pretty basic setup, you know. You get your instruction manuals, your cable, and this bad boy, the Dovpo Top Gear. So, I cannot wait to vape on that. We'll set that beauty right there. And here is the Wotofo nexMESH Pro Tank. So on the nexMESH Pro Tank, you'll see here it comes with the nexMESH Pro Tank, the clapped-in mesh, one single mesh parallel coil, one user manual, one accessory bag, and 1 bubble glass tube. Okay. You'll see the Wotofo. Here you're going to see the different coils. So first let's open this up. So for the different coils here, you'll see you have the H11, which is the conical nexMESH coil. It's a 0.2 coil, 60 to 70 watt. The H12 Clapton mesh, 0.2, 55 to 75 watt. The H13 single conical mesh nexMESH coil, 0.15, 65 to 78 watts. And then the H15 single mesh parallel coil is a 0.15, 65 to 80. Let me zoom down a little bit on that for you to see. Alright. And there it's going to be rebuildable deck coil, not included. Alright. So here you'll see drip tip is a 810. It's going to be a push to fill, just like the last nexMESH, with the little rubber gasket in there to protect. You'll see the bottom airflow. It's got the three air hole slots. Alright, on the bottom here it'll say nexMESH Pro Tank. And it is the plug and play coil. So it comes with the single and parallel coil pre-installed. I am going to be using the Clapton mesh. I'm not sure if I can get this to focus properly, but you should be able to see at least a little bit of the Clapton mesh in there. Maybe not. I do apologize. Sometimes it's hard with the lighting in here. Alright, so I'm going to juice up this coil with the Psycho Crawler. Alright, put that baby in, and I'll show you what else comes in the rest of the tank. And what I'm actually going to do is put the bubble glass on there, if I can get it out, which I can. So here it is with the bubble glass. Well, it's a nice looking tank. So what I'm gonna do is put the tank on the top gear and fill it up real quick so that the coil can be ready for us to vape on this thing. And then I will show you the remains of the nexMESH Pro tank. Alright, so what else is going to come in here? Here you're going to receive a couple tank base, silicone, an extra O-ring, and then here's going to be your instruction manual for the nexMESH Pro tank. Alright, so I'm so excited to try this combo out. I've got a feeling it's going to be really nice. So let's get back up and I'll give you final thoughts. Alright, so let's vape on this top gear. So real quick, I just wanted to show you guys so that you can compare the size. It is just a little bit smaller than a paranormal. This way, but a little bit thicker through the width there. Okay, so again, I'll show you how to control through the amp with the top gear. It works really nice, and it's definitely not something that is going to move on its own. Not sure if you guys can hear that, but you know, it clicks. It definitely, yeah, it's not going to be moving free. So, because we're kind of bouncing around here between two different products, here is the 3-pack of the Clapton mesh. Alright, there you'll see the parallel on this side, the parallel in single mesh coil. I'm going to try to give you a up close here with that single and parallel. Hopefully you'll be able to maybe focus a little bit back there. You know, it is what it is, man. It's parallel coil on one side, single on the other. Alright, so let's see how this combo performs. You know, the DNA250C chip is going to perform amazing. You know, I've liked every DNA250C mod. My Maji by DPM, Dovpo, Vaping Bogan and Vapors Cloud, Odin, DNA250C. I've had a Paranormal, a Triad. The only one I didn't like was the drone. So, Clapton mesh at 55. It's hitting really nice there. You know, I run the Clapton mesh at 60 watts on the profile 1.5. So at 60 off of there, man, it's nice. I really like the airflow of this tank. Yeah, the airflow is amazing. It's really nice. And like I said, those 0.2 Claptons are 55 to 75. So let's go up to 65. Man, this top gear is so smooth. That is beautiful. That is. So, and up close again of the Carbon Rusty, Dovpo Carbon, top side with the Yeehee chip, and now the Carbon Rusty top gear with the DNA250C. Yeah, that's really nice. I like this tank. Man. So, now what I would like to see from Dovpo, because Dovpo has really, yeah, Dovpo has just really taken over, man. You know, I remember about a year and a half ago, I was asking the sales rep about some Dovpo products I seen coming out, and they had told me that they weren't stocking. They weren't sure if they were going to be stocking much Dovpo because they didn't feel it was a high quality item. So I bet you he is you know, stop saying that, because now you've got the Odin series, amazing. The Topside series, amazing. The Signature Tip series, amazing. They've been doing now the Top Gear. I mean, this is freaking amazing, you know? Beautiful. I love the way they've done that with that, you know, that Top Gear there. Anyway, so if you're looking for, you know, a high-end mod, I haven't been able to find these on a wholesale level. Like I said at the beginning, you know, it was one day they just popped up. And I do believe Element Vape is, or actually I did see this morning, my V Pro. Element Vape and my V Pro seem to be the only people. I know Element Vape has had it in stock for about 5 days. But I'm not seeing anywhere in China that has them, you know, available. So I think Element was the exclusive retailer for this product. You're looking at $169.99. So smooth. So smooth. So you see there, I got it at 70. Back to the tank. The nexMESH Pro tank is nice. At 75, it's definitely running smooth. It's not getting hot. It seems to be wicking really fast. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post an update later with the single and parallel coil. Because I'm anxious to try that out. So let's get to the pros and cons. So for the con, you know, there really isn't nothing, you know. You got a CNC machine mod, DNA250C chip. You've got an innovative Top Gear to make it, I mean, to make it a little interesting, you know. But it works so easy. So easy. The tank. nexMESH coil technology is like none other. The only I'm getting off subject here. Let's go. Top Gear. It's perfect. It is. It's perfect. And you know, it would be slick to see Dovpo release a topside DNA250C, and I hope it's coming, because I gotta have the carbon rusty version of that. You know, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect high-end mod. Dovpo has killed this mod. You know, when you grab it in your hand, you're holding a high-end item. It is. It's nice. The buttons all click perfectly. The battery door is completely firm with no rattle whatsoever. Yeah, there's no problems with that. As for the tank, nexMESH technology, when they first released that profile nexMESH strip, it opened up wonders for them. That coil outperformed the Wotofo by 5-10 times. And then you see them come out with like the Gear RTA and some other stuff. And then the nexMESH tank. And then Smock started adapting their technology and making coils. And now the conical mesh coil for the TFE16, which I hate that tank. But anyway, that coil, you know, the most popular one, at least in my shop. They did some pod things, and the nexMESH Pro, or the nexMESH tank, not the Pro, but the last model came out, and that conical mesh, man, that killed it. It was an amazing tank. I still sell them. I still have people that love the original nexMESH. So then Wotofo, you know, bought OFRF, so now it's a Wotofo product. The 1.5, the Unity came with nexMESH coils instead of the profile coils. Then the 1.5 came out. It gave you the Turbo Chill Extreme, and then the RDTA with the Clapton mesh. Now with the nexMESH Pro, you have the Clapton mesh, the single parallel coil, the single mesh coil, the conical coil, and then the rebuildable coil that you can purchase separate to make a single coil build in your nexMESH Pro tank. So this tank has it for every vapor, you know, and I'm thinking that the price on that tank is going to be around the $36, $37 area as well. Alright, so man, I'm happy I was able to, you know, review these products for you guys. Thanks again to AR for hooking this up, and don't forget to subscribe, you know, don't forget to like. If you got any questions, leave them down below. I'll send an update shortly about the single and parallel performance, and if you want to contact me directly, which a lot of you guys have been doing, and that's not a problem, man, Tim at TGVapes. I love y'all. I'm out.